Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Welcome to the Voorhees Township Committee meeting of March 9th, 2020. Please rise and join me in the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Bedford? Present. Mr. Platt?
Here.
Mr. Rabbit?
Here.
Mrs. Zito? Here. Mayor Vidota?
Here.
This meeting is being held in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act. Do notice this meeting has been published by the clerk in both the Courier Post and Inquirer newspapers. Also, a copy of the annual meeting notice has been posted on the bulletin board outside Township Clerk's office. I'm obligated under state law to advise you this is a no-smoking public building. Please take notice of the emergency exits to the rear of the room, and also there are exits behind the Township Committee on either side. Finally, you should be aware that this meeting is being videotaped and will be shown on local public access channels at a later date.
Thank you. Our first matter this evening is the second reading of a bond ordinance authorizing the acquisition of vehicles and equipment for the Township of Voorhees, County of Camden, New Jersey, appropriating the sum of $544,000, therefore, authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds or bond anticipation notes of the Township of Voorhees, County of Camden, New Jersey, in the aggregate principal amount of up to $516,800, making certain determinations and covenants, and authorizing certain related actions in connection with the foregoing. This is the second reading of an ordinance, so I will open it up to the public. If anyone from the public has a question or comment about this ordinance, please come forward.
Seeing no one, move to close public portion.
Second.
I have a question.
Come on
How
up.
many vehicles? About.
Come up.
Yeah, Paul Muley, 11 North Sunset Drive, Paul Muley, 11 North Sunset. Is this like just general for
No,
as many
this is
vehicles?
about that, the specific bond ordinance that I just read. General public portion will be at the end of the meeting if you have a general.
Well, no, this is about that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
How many vehicles would that cover approximately?
Okay.
These are police vehicles, and we do this out of cycle of the rest of the bond ordinances because the police vehicles take about 9-10 months by the time we get them and get them outfitted. So by doing this now, we beat the rush of everybody buying police vehicles. But Dean, I know you've got that right there. It's,
I don't have the list. I think it was 6 police vehicles, 2 fire.
And it was $500,000?
yeah,
6 police vehicles?
and a couple of fire. Yeah, it's
That's about right. Not trash trucks and things like that, right?
no,
But
no,
that's contracted out.
There are more.
that
There are
comes
more.
that comes later.
There were.
Thank you very much.
Is there a motion to close public portion?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The public portion for that ordinance is closed. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, may we have a roll call vote, please?
Mrs. Bedford? Approve. Mr. Platt?
Yes.
Mr. Rabbit?
Yes.
Ms. Nacito? Yes. Mayor Vidota?
Yes, so carried. The next matter is the second reading of a bond ordinance authorizing various improvements to the sewer utility system in and for the Township of Voorhees, County of Camden, New Jersey, approving the sum of $400,000, therefore, authorizing the issuance of general obligation bonds or bond anticipation notes of the Township of Voorhees, County of Camden, New Jersey, in the aggregate principal amount of up to $380,000, making certain determinations and covenants, and authorizing certain related actions in connection with the foregoing. This is also the second reading of an ordinance. I will open it up to the public for any question or comment.
Seeing none, move to close public portion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The public portion for that ordinance is closed. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, may we have a roll call vote, please?
Mrs. Bedford? Approve. Mr. Platt?
Yes.
Mr. Rabbit?
Yes.
Ms. Nacito? Yes. Mayor Vidota?
Yes, so carried. Our next matter is the second reading of an ordinance authorizing a land lease for solar PV generation system at the Busby landfill between the Township of Voorhees and Voorhees Solar Holdings LLC. This again is the second reading of an ordinance. I will open it up to the public for any question or comment.
Paul Muley again, 11 North Sunset Drive. I was interested reading that in the paper, considering I remember you speaking about it last month. Any chance we could get a discount on our electric bill aside? Did you know somebody was gonna think about this?
We can't, it has to go to the grid, so the company gets that. Where we're getting paid is the land lease. And that's how we're getting paid,
And-
which will go.
Was that me? I thought I sounded the same. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I think it wasn't. Okay, so what I read, it looked like it was for 20 years or 30 years, the lease?
Yeah, 30 years.
And we're only gonna be getting the money though for 5 or 10?
No, because we, in Committeeman Platts, this was a long process. They wanted to pay us over 30 years, so Harry and I did a good job negotiating.
Yeah, we kind of put it together so they give us like a lot of the money up front and a little bit over the next couple of years.
$750 up front and then $250 over 5, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're not gonna be paying any longer after that.
That's great. It's actually a good deal because what if they go out of business after 5 years?
Yes.
That was.
Okay, and I did read that it was not gonna be visible from Centennial Boulevard, and there's gonna be plenty of, it looked like it's only about a third of the property that's there.
Right.
That's correct.
It's tucked
That's a
back.
pretty nice deal you
Should be
gentlemen
fenced
made,
well.
a nice, a nice work you did.
Thank you.
Oh, and ladies, I'm sorry.
Thank you for thanking us. We work on most things, but we didn't work on that.
This one predates me though, but I'm very
Harry
excited
scared
to see
him
it come
now.
to fruition.
That's right.
Take credit. You're
Any
perfect.
other public
You're
comment on that ordinance?
Yeah.
Seeing none, motion to close the public portion?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The public portion on that ordinance is closed. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, may we have a roll call vote, please?
Mrs. Pepperwhite? Approve. Mr. Platt?
Yes.
Mr. Rabbit?
Yep.
Ms. Nocito?
Yes.
Mayor Vignola?
Yes, so carried. Our next section is public comment for our resolutions this evening. If anyone has any comment on any of our resolutions, please come forward. Good evening.
Patricia Staten, 219 Laurel Road, apartment 714. I would like to express my appreciation to the Honorable Mayor Michael Magnolia, Township Committee persons Jacqueline Fedbroit, Harry Platt, Jason Ravitz, and Michelle Nocito, Township Administrator Lawrence Spellman, and Township Clerk Dee Ober for appointing me to the Voorhees Township Cultural and Diversity Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you for serving.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. We appreciate your time. Any other comments on any of our resolutions this evening?
Seeing none, move to close public portion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The public portion for resolutions is closed. Our resolutions this evening are number 9120, approving adjustments to records of the tax collector. Resolution number 9220, approving adjustments to records of the tax assessor. 9320, approving transfers between 2019 appropriation reserves. Resolution number 9420, acknowledging certification of compliance with the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's enforcement guidance on the consideration of arrest and conviction records in unemployment decisions under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Resolution number 9520, approving the 2019 LoSAP program certified list of eligible volunteer members. Resolution number 9620, releasing the performance guarantee and accepting the maintenance guarantee for Royal Farms, Block 147, lots 3, 6, and 7. 9720, authorizing the execution of a development services agreement between the Township of Voorhees and Voorhees Solar Holdings LLC. And Resolution 9820, appointing Stella Sitnick to the Business Development Committee. Do I have a motion on those resolutions?
Motion.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. There is no need for an executive session this evening. Next is approval of the minutes from February 24th, 2020, our tax collector's report for February 2020, and bills posted from March 9, 2020. Do I have a motion for approval of those?
Motion.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none of those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Any comments from our committee this evening? Our final portion is our public portion. If anybody from the public has any comments, please come forward.
Yeah, Paul Muley again. I intend to maybe ask you about if the photography is still available. But also, I heard you say something, I know it's about the resolution, but it's just an information question. Paul Muley, 11 North Sunset Drive in town here. LoSAT volunteers, I like to volunteer for things, but I'm not sure what LoSAT is.
We'd love to have you volunteer. It's a length of service award plan that our volunteer firefighters can enroll in. So the state offers it as a retirement savings that can be contributed to as a incentive for their volunteer time because they're unpaid volunteers. They get a small little itty bitty stipend.
So what does the volunteer do? What would a volunteer do?
Oh, that's for our
What's that
volunteer
fire?
firemen.
What's
Volunteer
that?
firemen.
Okay.
We're always looking for volunteers.
Yeah.
You said you
Well,
retired, right?
I'm a little old, I may not be
No,
counting
no,
on that
no,
year.
we don't discriminate.
I know, I got a pass.
Good waiver.
My daughter didn't pass it because she couldn't handle the gear and it bothered her a lot, but she was a volunteer firefighter for a while.
Oh, well, thank you.
Now, secondly, again, I know it was a resolution, and I guess you asked for comments ahead of time, but I heard the word Royal Farms, which is just like down the street from me, so are they gonna be expanding or doing something bigger or just a small modification?
No, they're not doing it. It has to do with their maintenance bond?
Yeah, it's a maintenance bond, yeah. They had
Replacement.
previously posted a performance bond just to make sure that the store actually gets built. And then now that that's built, everything's finalized, it stays in place for a certain time. And then once the engineers give it the sign off, then we release that and they just post a maintenance bond, just so we have it in case the store needs any repairs or anything like
I
that.
understand, that's very good. And the last thing was, of course, I walked here tonight because my vehicle is in the shop. It was a quick walk from Sunset Drive North, and it was a nice walk. You know, from sidewalk to no sidewalk to sidewalk to no sidewalk. I know that's a tough issue, and I'm not gonna come every month and bug you about the crosswalks and on the streets, and the traffic has seemed to slow down a bit. And perhaps that's more of an issue with the vigilance of Chief Bordy and his wonderful department. I've noticed that the cars don't seem to be as full of rage with their drivers inside at the controls. And I appreciate all that you'll be doing, and I'm sure, even though you didn't mention it tonight, those plans to repaint those crosswalks at, Whitehorse and Summerdale, Evesham, Coffin's Corner are still in the works, yes? Maybe by this summer? Would be nice. Because when it gets to be winter, you can't see them at all. And not too many people walk in the winter, but in the summer, I'm always going to the ice cream place around the corner.
The intersection, 561 intersection, Coffin's Corner, they're doing a reconstruction of the whole intersection. As part of that, they're going to refurbish.
That's going to make it easier to walk and also to turn. A
No,
left turn
it's-
coming
it's-
from
it's
Cherry
nothing
Hill.
nothing about walking, it's just a right-hand turn lane from Evesham Road onto 561 East.
A left-hand turn
west.
lane. I
Yes.
thought
A
there already
right-hand
was.
turn lane.
There is
Right-hand turn.
Right-hand
a
turn.
right-hand turn? Well, that might make it a little easier to not wait online as long.
You know,
But the turning is the issue.
Michelle.
I just
Michelle's
had a
got
great
good
idea. That is a county road.
Yes.
I would love if you could attend one of our freeholder meetings. And then to express that to them, because we certainly follow that up, but sometimes hearing it directly from the resident we're like middle management,
I
right?
used to work
So-
with Carmen Rodriguez, she was.
We're less than middle management.
Yeah, so I really, when
Oh,
we
you're
have,
not less than middle.
To
if
them
you,
we are.
if you give Larry your contact information, he can let you know when the freeholder meeting is, and then maybe you could come,
Yeah,
sometimes
I
they
can-
even host them
They're
here.
here?
Sometimes.
Sometimes they're
yeah.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you one of them? Sometimes they're here. Okay.
I'm not, no.
Well, thank you again, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm not.
Thank you. I will make a motion to close public portion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The public portion is closed, and we are adjourned. Good evening.